Sex. It is a force of nature, a driving energy that courses through every living being. An intrinsic part of life on Earth, it is as essential as the air we breathe and the water we drink. For billions of years, it has been the engine of evolution, driving the diversity and complexity of life as we know it, shaping the very essence of existence. From the simplest single-celled organisms to the largest mammals, the urge to procreate is woven into the very fabric of our being, an unyielding force that propels life forward. As humans, we often perceive sex through a uniquely human lens, coloured by our culture, morality and individual experiences, creating a complex tapestry of meanings and emotions. However, to truly understand its significance, we must step back and view it within the grand tapestry of life itself, recognizing its universal importance. Sex is not merely an act, but a fundamental biological process, a cornerstone of life's continuity. It ensures the continuation of our species, linking generations in an unbroken chain of life. Across the animal kingdom, we see an astonishing array of sexual behaviors and rituals, each uniquely adapted to their environment. These displays are as diverse as the creatures themselves, from the elaborate courtship dances of birds of paradise, showcasing their vibrant plumage and intricate movements, to the underwater light shows of bioluminescent squid, illuminating the dark ocean depths with their ethereal glow. Each species has evolved unique strategies to attract mates and ensure reproductive success, from intricate dances to vibrant displays of colour. This primal urge, this deeply rooted instinct to mate and reproduce, is the foundation upon which the entire edifice of human sexuality is built, influencing our behaviours and shaping our societies. As we delve into the fascinating history of sex, we will uncover the myriad ways in which this fundamental drive has shaped our societies, beliefs, and individual lives, revealing the profound impact it has had on our development as a species. Imagine, if you will, a time before history when our ancestors roamed the vast and untamed savannas of Africa. These early humans lived in a world that was both beautiful and perilous, a place where every day was a test of endurance and adaptability. Life was precarious, a constant struggle for survival against predators and the elements. The threat of danger was ever present, and the need for vigilance was paramount. In this harsh environment, sex was not merely about pleasure or recreation. It was inextricably linked to the very survival of our species. It was a fundamental aspect of life that ensured the continuation of the human lineage. Evidence suggests that early humans, like our closest primate relatives, lived in small, nomadic groups. These groups were constantly on the move, following the migration patterns of animals and the changing seasons. Within these groups, social bonds were essential for cooperation in hunting, gathering, and child-rearing. The success of the group depended on the strength of these relationships and the ability to work together. Sex played a crucial role in forging and maintaining these bonds, strengthening alliances, and ensuring group cohesion. It was a powerful tool for building trust and solidarity among group members. Unlike many other animals, human females do not have a defined mating season. This unique characteristic allows for sexual activity throughout the year, which has significant implications for social dynamics. This allows for sexual activity throughout the year, further promoting social bonding and reducing competition among males. It creates a more stable and cooperative social structure. This constant availability of sex likely contributed to the development of strong pair bonds and the emergence of early family structures. These bonds were the foundation of the social fabric that held these early communities together. As humans evolved, so too did our sexual behavior. The complexities of human sexuality began to unfold, influenced by our changing environment and social structures. The development of bipedalism, walking upright on two legs, had a profound impact on our anatomy and consequently our sexual practices. This evolutionary shift changed the way humans interacted with each other. With the realignment of the pelvis and the repositioning of the genitalia, face-to-face intercourse became possible. This new form of intimacy likely fostered greater emotional connection and communication between partners. This intimate position likely fostered greater emotional connection and communication between partners. It allowed for a deeper level of bonding and understanding, which was crucial for the stability of early human groups. From these early beginnings, the intricate tapestry of human sexuality began to be woven. It became a complex interplay of biological, social, and emotional factors that shaped the course of human history. Sex, intertwined with survival, social bonding, and the evolution of our species, laid the foundation for the complex and multifaceted roles it would play in human societies to come. It was a driving force behind the development of culture, relationships, and the very essence of what it means to be human. As human societies grew larger and more complex, so too did our understanding of the world around us. This growth led to the development of intricate belief systems and mythologies that sought to explain the mysteries of life and the universe. Myths and legends arose to explain natural phenomena, and deities were worshipped as embodiments of these forces. These stories were passed down through generations, becoming integral parts of cultural identity and heritage. Given the vital importance of fertility for the survival of these early civilizations, it is no surprise that sex and procreation became central themes in many ancient religions. Fertility was not just about human reproduction, but also about the fertility of the land and animals, which were crucial for sustenance. Across the ancient world, from the Nile River Valley to the Indus Valley and beyond, gods and goddesses associated with love, sex and fertility were prominent figures in mythology and religious practice. These deities were often depicted in art and literature, highlighting their significance in daily life. In ancient Egypt, Isis, the mother goddess, was revered for her power over life, death and resurrection. She was seen as a protector of the pharaohs and a symbol of motherhood and fertility. Her consort, Osiris, represented the cycle of death and rebirth, symbolizing the regenerative power of nature and the continuity of life through procreation. Together, they formed a powerful duo that embodied the eternal cycle of life and death. In Mesopotamia, Ishtar, the goddess of love, war and fertility, was both revered and feared for her power. She was a complex deity whose influence extended beyond fertility to encompass the chaos and passion of both love and conflict. Her passionate and often destructive love affairs were legendary, reflecting the duality of sex as a force that could be both creative and destructive. This duality was a common theme in many ancient mythologies, illustrating the complex nature of human emotions and relationships. Similar deities, with their own unique myths and attributes, appeared in cultures across the ancient world. Each culture had its own interpretation of these powerful forces, shaped by their unique environment and societal needs. These gods and goddesses, while often embodying the idealized beauty and virility of their respective cultures, also served as powerful symbols of the importance that ancient societies placed on fertility and procreation. Their stories and images were a constant reminder of the life-giving forces that sustained their world. Temples were dedicated to these deities, festivals were held in their honor, and rituals were performed to ensure the fertility of the land, livestock, and people. These practices were not just religious acts, but were deeply intertwined with the social and economic fabric of ancient communities, reflecting their dependence on the natural world. Section 4. The Classical World, from Plato to Pompeii. The classical world, particularly ancient Greece and Rome, left an indelible mark on Western civilization. Their contributions to philosophy, art, literature and government continue to influence us today. In the realm of sexuality, the Greeks and Romans held complex and often contradictory views, ranging from the philosophical musings of Plato to the bawdy humour of Roman satire. The Greeks, known for their intellectual curiosity and emphasis on reason and logic, explored the nature of love and desire through philosophical discourse. Plato, in his Symposium, famously distinguished between two types of love, eros, or passionate love, and agape, or selfless love. Eros, according to Plato, was a powerful force that could lead to both great joy and great suffering. The Romans, while influenced by Greek thought, generally had a more pragmatic and less philosophical approach to sex. While Roman society, particularly during the Republic, placed a high value on family and tradition, sexual attitudes became more permissive during the Roman Empire. Evidence from Pompeii, the Roman city preserved by the eruption of Mount Vesuvius, provides a fascinating glimpse into the sexual mores of the time. Erotic frescoes and sculptures adorned homes and public spaces, and graffiti and inscriptions offer candid insights into the everyday lives and desires of the Pompeian people. Section 5. The Rise of Christianity and Asceticism. The rise of Christianity in the Roman Empire marked a profound shift in Western attitudes towards sex. Early Christian theologians, drawing upon Jewish tradition and influenced by the ascetic philosophies of the time, emphasized the spiritual dangers of sexual pleasure and the importance of chastity. St. Augustine of Hippo, one of the most influential Christian thinkers, argued that original sin was transmitted through concupiscence or lustful desire. This association of sex with sin had a profound impact on Christian morality, leading to the condemnation of all sexual acts outside of heterosexual marriage. The Catholic Church, as it gained power and influence, played a central role in shaping sexual norms throughout the Middle Ages. Celibacy became mandatory for priests and nuns, and the Church established rules and regulations governing marriage, divorce, and sexual behavior. This emphasis on chastity and the suppression of desire had a profound impact on medieval society. While it is important to note that historical reality is often more complex than simple narratives suggest, and that sexual behaviours varied widely across time and place, there is no doubt that the Church's teachings had a significant influence on attitudes towards sex for centuries to come.